Okay, so we got a Trane unit. It's apparently a 2000 year model. We're going to be mounting the conventional thermostat interface. It's this little board right here. As you can tell right now, I already put my 2 screws there, and pretty much it comes ready to, the holes are already ready to be mounted there. We take off right here from the motherboard. It's going to be that J7 connection, which is this Molex connector. Comes out very simple. You just tuck on it, carefully. And then this one goes connected into the J1 of the CTI. As you can see, it's already mounted there. It just came off from this big one right here to over here. And then from the top, we're gonna grab this wiring harness that comes with the kit. And what you do, you just pretty much connect this end to the board, to the CTI, and then this other end just goes back into the original J7 plug on the motherboard. All this one does, it converts AC volts, it converts it down to DC volts in order to communicate from the conventional thermostat that goes wired on this terminal block. And I'll be changing all these wires according to the schematic, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well right now. So like I mentioned, I already put the harness from there on the CTI to the motherboard right there. We're ready to start changing the wiring for this one right here. So I already removed all the wiring from the main terminal block, and I'll be using this provided schematic according to the to this part right here, the CTI. And you have to find out whether you have a heat pump, you'll use a different schematic. But if you have a regular cooling unit, the typical 2 heat 2 cool thermostat, this is the one you're going to use, the one at the top. And if you're going to see here, it tells you pretty much from the thermostat itself where you're going to be wiring into the main terminal block. That's why you have the LTB there, and it tells you in which of them all you're going to be going, and also what color and what's the label that they're going to have. So pretty much everything you see, LTB 5, 3, 7, 20, 1, 4, and 14, all those are going to be on the terminal block. You see how they're labeled here. So now you got to just following the schematic and knowing which colors you're going to be using downstairs, at the conventional thermostat. For example, if you're going to use red for R, you go to the terminal block, to this schematic, and it tells you they're red right here, goes to LTB 14. So then you're going to put your red onto the 14 of the terminal block, and so on. For this one, I already know by memory, you're going to use common. It's going to be on terminal block 20, and I'm going to be using black downstairs. So my black is going to go on 20. So once again, we're already finalized with all the wiring, and it's going to be as follows. For terminal block number 1, we got cooling 1, which is yellow. Cooling 2 is on LTB number 4, which is blue. This is right there. We're going to have our red on LTB 14, right there. LTB 5 is going to be our heat 1, which is white. So you go to LTB 5 right there, it's white. LTB 3, it's my heat stage 2, and I color coded orange downstairs, so see how it's right there, orange. And the last 2 is green, goes on LTB 7, so you go right here, 7, and it's the green. And then the very last one is my common, which goes on LTB number 20, and I use black, like I said earlier, 20. And there it is. You're ready to go. You can put up your conventional thermostat downstairs and get the unit running.